The first question I took is it's a pretty serious question. It's an injury question, and it's how would you address a partial UCL tear? Surgery or no surgery? What would be the criteria one way or the other? A UCL tear is what is known as Tommy John surgery. It's the ligament that essentially attaches the lower arm to the upper arm. It basically, on every pitch that's thrown, that ligament, it goes to almost to failure every time. So it's a pretty vulnerable area, especially if you're having other deficiencies throughout your body. So to answer that question, I've had several guys over the years with partial UCL tears, and my answer to you would be this: it depends on, number one, where you are in your career. If you're a high school kid, and you know, you might want to get that surgery as soon as possible and get it out of the way so you can move on. I had a college kid with the same situation who was in the senior year of college, and we kind of worked through it. There's PRP injections that are pretty effective dealing with that. But you definitely want to see a qualified doctor to make sure of the level of those tears. And, you know, it's all going to depend on where you are in your career, really. And if you want to try to push through it, eventually you're obviously it's going to go. So the question to you is, do you want to get it done and get it out of the way, or do you want to try to see how long you can maintain that, like the pitcher for the Yankees? What was his name? Masahiro Tanaka. And he seems to be doing well. And he had the PRP injections. I had 2 of those myself, and they're very effective. So, you know, you definitely want to see a qualified doctor. Dr. Ahmad is you know, in our minds is the king of the hill. So, you know, definitely make sure you see a qualified doctor to help you with that decision.
One more note I'll add on the UCL tears is a misconception in a topic that has actually come up is actually getting the surgery done preemptively, because what they find is that the myth is that you come back throwing harder after getting UCL surgery. That it's not a product of the surgery itself. What it generally is a product of is when you get this done, it's a very, very intensive, and Steve can speak to it more, and we're going to have entire videos showing a rehab program from a UCL tear. And when you get this done, you have to spend so much more time working on your mechanics and working on your body and working on preparation, and you become so much more in tune that a lot of the result is because of just better physical preparation leading up to it. That's why you're throwing harder. It's not because of the surgery itself. So